would more refer to like MMA style grappling.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like it was a class that they or our session they used to run after boxing and Muay Thai, where you can kind of start wrapping everything up and do a bit of groundwork.
Yep. Yeah.
Because it was a combat gym, it wasn't a jiu-jitsu dojo or anything.
Yeah, okay, yeah, like a lot of them, they do that. They kind of reach out the umbrella of martial arts. So then, because they're almost like small niches, I guess, in certain towns, I guess, like, so they can cater to everyone as well.
I think Kansas is a bit of a weird city, just in general, for that kind of stuff, because you got to make sure people who just want to do what works and who prefers to do traditional.
Yeah.
But back in like Townsville, you'll find a lot of people prefer to go for the mixed martial arts aspect because they're all most of them are AJs and that kind of. Oh, they're all military. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yep.
So you know, a lot of them are military guys. The guy that I would absolutely love to train with back in Townsville, Ian. He's an ex infantry and just he's a character. I will say that at least. Like you look at him and he's this broad-shouldered, shorter. Like if he has a beard at the time, because the man doesn't have hair, he's a ranger. And he's just covered in tattoos, and you don't want to see him in a dark alley. But you watch him do like a kids class, and kids absolutely love him, and you're like, yes, you're a very warm-hearted person, but we don't want to like be on the receiving end of that.
Yeah. It's funny. I was reading up on about like how a lot of the higher belts in all martial arts, they're actually really humble people because it's like because they exert so much of their energy and their devotion to martial arts is by the time they're off the mats and out of the gym and stuff, they're actually quite relaxed people.
Oh yeah.
And which is true because like my professor, the black belt that I trains me, he was in the army and he's a BFG. But I wouldn't want to get on the receipt. Like I wouldn't want to go on the receiving end when he's going 100%.
Yeah.
Which is really cool that that they are so humble, but then they can be so fierce too.
Oh yeah, but I think that also comes in the territory of being in martial arts that you're dealing with a very confrontational physical sport, so you gotta have like some kind of control over yourself if it's emotional or physical.
Exactly.
Then just as well you also have to deal with people who don't have that control. If
Yep.
it's either them being in their own way immature or just
Ego.
twats.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to deal with it.
Yeah, a lot of the time, our professors say leave your ego at the door because it's I'm thinking that with the emotion, not like your technical skills, and that just reverts us to the flight or fight mode.
Oh yeah.
We definitely don't want that.
No, it's very interesting if you get yourself in the right headspace to actually like see what extent you're able to fight or push yourself to physically. Also, I have a mess now because I have my own unit and I don't have any furniture. So
I was about to say it's a different background.
yeah.
Just thinking that as well. I tripped out for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Just at a mate's house.
Moved out of the share house because it was a mess, but we're gonna deal with this mess at some point in the future. Just we need money.
Look, you're in your own space, and that is the hardest bit, I reckon. Once you're in, you can take all the time setting things up the way you like.
Look, I have gone neck deep into it. We've jumped into a new place for myself, a little unit. I'm
nice.
paying way more than I would like to for it, but
inflation.
It's also cans. Cans is a like if you look at cans on a map, it's just a big long strip. Like there's a road that literally just goes in, curves towards the beach, and then shoots up north, and everything's just built around that singular road. So there's not a lot of room for expansion, but there's a lot of people from Victoria, New South Wales who moved up here during COVID.
Because it was cheap? Is that why?
Oh, it's cheap. It's also away from the cold in their home. So
yeah,
they came up here. They had another small town, Hingham, had a big problem with that. A lot of the houses got bought out by people from like Sydney and Melbourne. Because for like almost half the price, or maybe a little bit more than half the price of their standard house, they're buying like chunks of land and acreages.
Yeah, okay.
But I did meet a few people who moved up, and they learnt that when we have a wet season, we also have mossy season, and they are not used to the swarms of mozzies and flies we have.
You can keep all of those. I hate the flies as it is down here, and there's basically fuck all.
Come out to the watering holes up here and that. Oh man, some of them are bad.
Oh, I just...
No thanks.
Like, you look at blades of grass and you see these black dots on them and you're like, oh, what seed pods are they? Oh no, they're flies.
It really baffles me, like, what is their purpose, right? Like,
Exactly!
I know they have a purpose to break down food, to whatever, do all that. I don't like knowing what they do, because I don't see it as a purpose.
But there's so many other bugs that break down and decompose other food that flies are not necessary. It's only because they fly about that they're able to thrive so much.
Yep, and there we go, and there's why. What is their purpose? Especially mosquitoes, don't know what they're meant to be doing.
Oh, that's a good question. Why did mosquitoes ever become what they are?
Yeah, what is a mosquito's purpose? It's such a philosophical question for mosquitoes.
That's going to be my weekly question to all my co-workers. And they're going to hate me for the week.
Surely one of them will go, God just decided to design a creature that just scares the living shit out of everything.
To transfer diseases and... I don't even know what they do. Just to annoy people when they're asleep.
Look, if the end times came along and fucking death walked on Earth and I saw him with a rat's head or a mosquito's head, I wouldn't question it one bit.
Yep.
You're like, yeah, that checks out. History definitely confirms that.
I guess we should get started. So there, as we know, the others aren't available tonight, and Dolos is going to be arriving late. So we'll just make through, and this obviously looks a lot different to when you last saw it, Barakai. I'll fill you in quickly. What had happened was, through the night after you went up to talk to Gronrud, there was an ambush on the Sallyport, which is the building where you are now, which has like a doorway that goes to the outside. On the other side there was kobolds, a guard drake, and an ambush drake that were trying to break into the keep, and met all of you on the other side. Most of that battle took place in the whole session. That battle took the whole session. But towards the end, as one was trying to flee away, which is one just north of the wall there that's still dead there, the yellow one, on the outside, as it was trying to flee, I was playing Barakai, and you managed to chomp him down, which was nice. And also with that as well, coming to the end of the session, a shark folk that was calling out from the top of the mountain at the top there, calling out for help, and Uzan grabbed the shark folk and brought him back down, and you made your way back, or making your way back into the keep to find out what was going on. The shark folk before he was heavily wounded, and before the session, and he mentioned that there were others that needed to be rescued because they were cornered in one of the hideouts, and he was about to tell before the session ended that he managed to escape to try find people to take with him back and save the others. And that's where we are now. So you as so the shark folk that, give me a second. The shark folk that Uzan had rescued is the red one. That's in between Vane and you, Eleanor. And you were making the way in. Barakai, you already had made your way in. But before... Oh yeah, sorry. As you had come in, there were a few of the other shark folk commoners and fighters that were that are, from what you can smell and see, Barakai, you can smell the blood that's coming from wounds. It's quite thick, the scent of blood in the keep there, as you've entered it back in. I'm just going to, so I'll move Bane and Doldos and Uzan. As you all come in there. So you've made your way in. You see Gronrod has stepped down the stairs from where he was previously, where you last saw him, Barakai, and he is amongst the other shark folk. You can see he's having soft words to him, putting hands on them, on their shoulders, as he makes his way around. From here, what do you both want to do?
So it was Gromwald that called out to us from the rooftop?
No, he had sent these. No, he wasn't there before your battle, is that right? Is that what you're asking?
Yep.
Yep, no, he wasn't there.
Oh, yes, alright, cool. Well, the new shark folk that's rocked up, that's escaped, we'll go have a nice little chat with him and see what's happening over in that world.
Yep. I'm just gonna have like Uzan, Vane, and Doldos in auto mode.
Yep.
The way I picture it is like have you seen the movie Click with Adam Sandler? And he has the remote, and he and as he like fast forwards, and you know how he goes into that like that state of mind where he's just like a zombie kind of thing, but he's still doing his things. And then when he presses play, that's when he comes to like his consciousness. Anyway, that's what I kind of picture them to be like in their auto mode. And yeah, so you're going to go over and speak to the one that Uzan brought over. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So so you make your way over, and you don't, because there is the heavy scent of blood coming from the other shark folk, but there's no real kind of scent of injury coming from this thin, like a almost like a leopard shark. They're thin, they're not built for battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see no clear injuries or wounds.
Yep. I'll walk up to him and give him a greeting and ask, was anyone else escaped with him, or was it just you?
Baragai, it's good to see you've made it back home. Unfortunately, I just escaped by myself, but there are still more others still trapped in the hideout. We need to go save them.
Well, you my friend, need to rest up now. You've already escaped once, we won't make you do it again. We can do the rest from here, but you gotta show us where we need to go.
Thank you. Your kind words set me at ease. I will, however, stay here and help heal the wounded here in the keep, but I can point you in the right direction, if that will suffice.
Good. That's what we want.
And he also looks at both of you and says, by the way, my name's Chetrun. There are more other magical clerics like me that I'm sure will help me heal the others in here. But from where you found me on the top of the escarpment, so to your west there,
Yep.
it's about 200 feet, but you need to be careful because there's 3 parties circling the hideout.
3 parties of how many members?
Well, the party, we'll call them Party A. From what I saw when I was fleeing over there from them, there was... One second. There was 6 kobolds, 2 cultists, and a lead, with one that they call himself Dragonclaw. Group B has 10 cultists, 5 kobolds, and a guard drake, and that's circling around. Which I managed to flee out of the back of the hideout. There's a small crack which I fled out of, which now Group C are trying to smoke out. So time is of the essence, and Group C I did manage to see was, I think, maybe 4 or 5 kobolds and a few of the human cultists. But I can't quite remember because there was a lot of smoke from when they started lighting the fire at the crack in the back of the hideout.
Okay. Crack in the back of the hideout, we can do this. Very good. We'll let you get back to the rest of the folk, and we'll devise something to get them out.
Thank you, Baragai. Please be careful. And like kind of puts his fins together and bows to you and walks off to the others and starts placing his hands on the others, and you kind of hear the shimmer of light as he's healing him.
Alright, party. What are we gonna do?
Well, considering I could go for Group C that's currently attacking them. Is it distracted with lighting the fire and the smoke. Or we could go for Group A because it sounds like they're further away and just work our way to the hideout.
Yeah, we could. I guess we will, also, I guess we can also just, scout out everything with Uzan's, familiar.
Alan?
Alan?
Yes.
Alan has the eyes. So maybe we'll do that, is, scout out the, go explore the area and see if we can scout them out without being spotted, and use Alan to tell us what we're up against and where it is. In real time, not word of mouth.
Okay, so, because, do you just want to tell me what, so you think Alan would just kind of, remember he's 100 feet, and that's when he loses the telepathic connection, so are you going to stay in the keep or are you going to move out?
I mean, I'll move out. I guess we'll move out and just kind of stick to the bushes and that. Anything that keeps us out of sight, and just see what we can scope.
Yeah.
Mm.
And wait, what time is it for you guys? It's like
5 to 8.
5 to 8. That's right. I'm an hour behind. Right.
So I'm just moving them to the corner because the ridges, like it's not an escarpment. I shouldn't have said escarpments, but it's similar to that. It's about 45 feet high.
Yep.
And so that's why it's kind of blacked out, because you can't actually see beyond that because it is a lot higher.
Yep.
So, maybe too far. And so, which direction do you want Alan to fly to? Like just straight west.
I guess so. We can't really see over the ridge, so might as well take the opportunity to be able to see over the ridge.
Yep. Did that? Oh no, it didn't adjust, so what I'll do is with his, so now that should have just shared a bit of that vision of his. And that, just seeing what, like, it was 100 feet, wasn't it? So 100 feet from where Uzan is to there.
Yep.
Okay, so from you can see, so I'm guessing, oh, wrong one. So I've got all these things hidden, and as I reveal them, this is what Alan can see. So down at the bottom of the ridge there, he is flying quite high, and as he's looking down, he can see the guard drake and the 7 kobolds lurking in the bushes there and sniffing around the trees and the riverside there. Did you want him to fly back straight away, or to kind of search the perimeter more?
Perimeter?
Yeah, probably search the perimeter to find a way in.
Yeah. Could figure out a way for us to get to them.
Yeah. So he moves like southward along that. So yeah, he's quite high, and you can see. So Alan's telling this to Uzan, and Uzan's relaying to both of you that the kobolds and the cultists that are at the front of that black, it is I guess what's it, precipice, is it? Precipice, but it's like a big, like boulder, and you can see them. They're actually at the front of it. There is like a large wooden door that they are all at the front at, trying to get in. They're kind of moving from side to side, grunting at each other, and you can see the human cultist is kind of slapping the kobolds in the back of the head, and yeah, trying to do something. And Alan makes his way back like along towards the bridge there, and from there so that's as far as he's going to go from the 100 still staying telepathically connected to Uzan. But what he sees from there is like a big cloud of black smoke that is, it's like thick, dark smoke softly rising to the air, into the night sky. And also, just for a time check as well, everything that's happened since you've been arrived has only been really a matter of like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, it's all within the span of the same night.
Yep. What did you want Alan to do?
How difficult is it to like scale the terrain that's, I don't know, that Alan's essentially hovering over?
Yeah, so down there's a lot more of a steadier decline, whereas up around, like up here, it's definitely a lot steeper, and from in front of you as well, it is quite steep as well.
Yep. Alright. Well, we could...
Uzan just use mold earth and just make some steps going down.
Oh yeah.
Kind of a bit more over here.
Yep.
We could do, who's on mold earth to make it easier to get up. 2 barbarians can just go for the front door and take the fight, and then send whoever else to the back and try and slip them out the back if possible.
Yep. So
How?
Sorry, you go. Oh no.
I have an idea. How flammable is the barrels of ale in the keep?
Well, they're ale. They're flammable.
They're flammable? Okay. And how heavy would they be for the barbarians to throw?
it'd be light.
Carry up over.
Well, that's it. Well, you're going to be moving at half speed, carrying a barrel above your head, and also, yeah. But you wouldn't have to be climbing necessarily, because there is the stairs that you just to the east of where Alan is.
So my idea is if we carry a couple of barrels with us and then throw them at them so they splash to the ground, and then I use my fire breath to light up the ale, engulfing them in flames.
Hide the rum.
It'll work.
So, your idea is to get the ale, take it to the top,
Yeah.
roll it down, and then set a fire on once it hits them. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool.
Burn it to the ground.
Yeah. Well, if is that what you want?
How many barrels of ale do we have?
We gotta save one for celebration.
I'm gonna say one.
At least one.
From memory, when you were sitting around drinking before the Sallyport had been ambushed, there were 3, but you had drunk half.
So we have 2 consumable ones.
Yep.
That's good, that's good.
The wrong form of consumption, but we'll take it.
Yep. Okay. So that's what you want to do.
Let's do it. Burn them.
Done. Okay. So Alan flies back. Flies back and sits upon the corner of the keep's walls there, just watching you. And so you make your way back in, grab the ale. What? So Uzan and Doldos and Baraka, you're gonna grab one each.
Yep. Grab one each.
Yeah, nice.
Trottle our way up the stairs.
Okay. So this is where it gets interesting. So all of you are at the. I'll move you all there. So there, I've got the black smirkle, smirkle, circle of smoke. The smoke there is wafting into the night like a thick column cloud. Not necessarily like a straight column, but just like a cloud of black smoke. Barakai, you can actually smell the smoke quite strong.
Yep.
But the others, yeah, doesn't faze you at all. Right. Okay. We're gonna do 2 checks here.
Alright.
So you're gonna roll 1 at a time, or 2?
To do what?
A stealth and a strength check.
Stealth and strength?
Yep.
Alright.
And I will roll for Doldos.
Yep.
And let's see if...
So I'll roll my stealth first.
Yep, roll your stealth first.
Because it'll be the worst one.
Can I assist with the strength check, like try and half throw the barrel with them?
Yep, of course you can.
Yeah, look, that's about right for my stealth.
Well, wow. I really wish I had that streaming, and I did not know with that dice when I roll a nat 20, it comes up with like a dragon setting flames across the whole screen. Kind of scared me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so
Gotta-
so I've got the Thembachord dice set, and because I just rolled Doldos's stealth check, he got a nat 20 with it, and with that particular dice, it like this dragon came up and set fire to the screen.
Jesus, I didn't know we could get that going on.
I know, neither did I until now, which is really cool. So,
That.
well, look,
I have
Dolda.
to roll stealth as well.
Yeah, I'll get you to roll stealth as well.
Are you wearing heavy armor?
Yes.
Yeah.
So roll again for disadvantage.
Still worked out in my favour.
Wow.
Wow, still two good roll. Like for a disadvantage roll, like 14 still pretty good. You're quite hidden where you are. Actually, I still got to roll for the others. Sorry, I forgot. Vane, you're all there.
I mean, Vane's basically an auto pass.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to roll for her and see if I can get this dragon to pop up again. Because that's really cool. So... No dragon this time. But it makes like a really cool, like, rumbling, raw sound. So I did get a dirty 20 for her. And then for Uzan... Oh dear.
Oh.
But majority of the party, so 4 of you. Wait, what numbers are? 3 of you passed. So, yeah, you're still hidden, but it is only Doldos and Barakai throwing the barrels. So only you two will roll for the strength. Eleanor, you want to help?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's go with...
Oh, I love that.
Whereabouts do you want to throw it?
How far does your flame breath go again?
15-foot cone, which I was thinking if you grab a piece of cloth and kind of stick it in the top, I could light that on fire. And then we throw it.
Alright.
That's pretty cool.
So we're making a oversized Molotov.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess we should probably move ourselves, what, like, there?
I can't see. Yeah. Do. Just kind of like bowl it down.
Yep, so you're gonna go up there. So yeah, because you are all lurking in the shadows, and you're just gonna makeshift your own. I'm gonna just have the mind blank. You're gonna put a rag in it and set fire to it, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Okay, so you've. Yeah, I'm not going to get you to roll or do anything for the fire because you can just breathe it out naturally, and you are still quiet. And you just do like a small flame, like a.
See, it's blowing out like a birthday candle.
Yeah. If you didn't do that, Uzan would have done create bonfire to a small condensed. So, either way.
Yeah.
Either way, it's kind of like a cantrip, sort of.
You have so much fire.
Yep. So now, let's go for. I'm tossing up between a acrobatics and an athletics because you need accuracy plus strength here. So
Yeah, for a hefty throw, so
I'm gonna go. Let's go both. Let's just do it. Let's just do both and see what you get.
alright.
One of each.
Yep, and I'll roll for Doldos as well.
Alright, let's see. I'll do my athletics first and see how much power I got on the throw.
Yep. Yeah. Do that.
Acrobatics
Yeah.
and athletics.
Yep. Do that.
So I got a 21
Oh, yeah.
on my strength, so I can throw it.
Yeah, and Doldos got a 21 as well. So there's a lot of power going into this throw. Now
Are we accurate?
that's the next question. Okay, so who's holding what barrel?
I mean, I'm holding one barrel, Dodos is holding one.
Yeah, but with
I'm just trying to.
because
help.
one was half full. Remember, one was half full.
What's Doldos's strength?
Doldos' strength is +2.
So I'll take it.
Okay, yeah.
Because I got +6 to strength, so I'll take the heavier barrel.
Yeah, okay, so he's got the lighter one. Yeah, what did you roll for? Acrobatics 9. Okay. Barakai, you're somewhat on. You aim it with your eyesight and you hurl it, like, so both you and Dolros do like a synchronized countdown, and you both launch these barrels, and they fly. So wait, sorry? Did you want to throw them or roll them?
Do you think we can throw them that far?
Well, realistically, like, what is it? It's like, oh yeah, it's 40 feet. Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to throw it. Sorry. And it's the steep cliff that's in front of you, so you would have quite some momentum with the big heavy push. Hey, Ethan, how you going?
Hello,
Oh,
I'm here.
You're here. Awesome.
Yes.
You can decide what you were going to do.
We're throwing fiery barrels of rum at kobolds.
Wait,
My moss.
you there?
Yeah, he's got a bit of lag.
Yeah. We'll wait for his things to catch up.
Yeah, work was hectic. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's fun. Thanks for jumping on.
We just
Happy to
pre-game
help.
the combat for you. We're all set to fight.
Oh, did not want to do it.
Loading.
So when you're ready, Ethan, I'll do a bit of a recap where you are. Just a short recap. You remember you fought the guard drake and the kobolds and that.
Mhm.
when they ambushed, and the shark folk that Uzan brought back. Remember, came towards the end of the session. Yep, and that shark folk's name was Chetrun, and he informed you that there was 3 parties of kobolds, another guard drake, and cultists, and a leader human cultist that were circling around a hideout trying to get in to the other shark folk commoners in the hideout there, and that's where you've gone to try save them. Eleanor had a brilliant idea to grab barrels of ale to toss them down the steep cliff there in front of you. You'd all rolled stealth checks and you passed, and so you are rolling at this point in time about to roll down barrels of ale, which if you look on the game log, you can on the game log you can see that you and Barakai were holding the barrels, and you have the strength to roll them with a lot of power down the cliff, but not the best accuracy. So as you just popped on then, Barakai, and I was playing you, just discussing rolling it down and heading where you're kind of directing it to. Because both of you are the barbarians that had carried the barrels of ale. Oh, sorry, rum/ale.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
So now you're all caught up. You can decide. Both of you can decide now where you're trying to aim and roll these barrels of grog.
Question: is throwing distance the same walking?
Pardon?
Is throwing throwing things the same as like our walking speed?
I would say it's half the speed, but either way, it's for about 45 feet away to that closest kobold, which, say from you, Barakai, it's about 45 feet away. So it's still quite a hefty throw. And that's what we were just discussing then. I think rolling it would probably be your best option. To at least make it down there.
Sure.
So you're both going to roll it?
Sure.
In any particular direction?
Right down the middle.
Same for that kobold.
Yeah.
Also guarantees I hit at least something, even if it is in the wrong spot. So actually, what we might as well do, we probably should actually like go over here. 'Cause that's throwing distance.
Works for me. What about you, DM? Do you allow us to move over?
Can we snuff
Yeah.
out the fuses?
Yeah,
And
I'm going
do
to...
another stealth check. and
Yeah, I was just about to say, because you're creeping along this cliff face, it is the nighttime, so there is some darkness, but not dark enough to just walk by unnoticed. But I'm going to get you all to roll stealth check again, please. And I'll
Does Vane have without trace by any chance? Is that a rogue thing to have?
I still done really good with stealth checks.
You did.
I got the same rolls.
You did. So, what did you ask? Okay.
Does Vane have pass without trace? Is that something rogues have?
I think that's at a higher level.
Is that a higher level? Yeah, probably.
But I will just quickly look. I'm pretty sure it's a trait from level 5 or 7. Yeah, no, she doesn't have it.
Days.
She's got cunning action, which is taking a bonus action on each of your turns to take a dash, disengage, or hide. Stealth for her.
Is that the same stealth?
I just rolled stealth for her, and then I'll roll stealth for Vezok.
I got the exact same stealth.
Oh, you did too! What'd you get? 14, 14, 20, and...
I mean, at least we're consistent.
Yeah. And...
Just not consistent that we need or want.
And... Look, so... yep, you all sneak along that cliff face unnoticed. 4 of you pass that stealth check. Elena's still rolling high, even though you got heavy, clugging armor.
Must be like real large plates that you could like hug yourself to keep them from moving.
Well, it's the ground beneath her is actually like absorbing kind of the sound as she's trekking along. So it's and there's also like no, sorry. Erase that. So you're gonna go up to that top there, looking directly down there. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna get you both. I'm gonna get you both to roll another, because now it's closer, and you're hidden. So let's roll with advantage for both of them.
So
Sorry for shuffling my.
Acrobatic.
Yes.
right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Road.
But when it comes to strength, you throwing stuff.
Just a bit average on the aim.
Yep. All power.
Am I also flick an axe?
Yes, because you're throwing the barrel, both with
I guess as well, acrobatics kind of makes sense that we don't want to be slipping off the edge of a cliff face at the moment.
Oh, nice.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Now go acrobatics.
11 for acrobatics.
Both the same.
Barbarians are all the same.
Okay, so
Doesn't matter if you're fish or goat.
before you walked over there, did you, Eleanor, did you light the rags?
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
I did also say that if we did have them, we'd just snuff them out.
Yep.
Just in case.
Yeah, cool. So I didn't hear that, and I was just making sure.
Yep.
Alright.
Don't want any accident. We don't want to drop them.
So from this angle, you can actually see more of the kobolds and the guard drake moving around on the other side of that, the big rock boulder, where the party A, which is at the front, is trying to get in. So what are you aiming for?
I'm going to aim for mass damage, so I'm going to go straight for the big group. If I will try my best to land it straight in the middle on the cultist, I'm assuming that is.
Yep, so that's like a that was the one that Chetrun said was the leader cultist, human cultist of them. And that was the one that slapped the other one in the back of the head. Yep, so you're aiming for that one.
Aiming for that one.
Doldos, what are you aiming for?
I'm gonna just aim at the same guy.
Yep. Okay, cool. So as you have snuck around the edges of the cliff face there and come to the north side, you did notice that meanwhile, while you were sneaking around, that human cultist has arranged the kobolds to on the ground, had started picking up like big rocks and smashing into the wall, the door there, trying to get in. As you've come up there, pick the barrels of ale up, thrown them, and they have both. So you did it at the same time? Is that right? You threw them at the same time?
Yeah, or one after the
Yeah.
other.
Yep.
Cool.
Give me a to-do.
Yep. The barrels land just a bit to the behind there, like not directly on them, but as the barrels have hit the ground, they've made these two simultaneous explosions. Knocked the kobolds forward into the rocks, dropping into the rock face, dropping the rocks that they had, banging onto the door, and this wave of fire goes across them, and taking quite a bit of damage from the barrels. You can see they've started running around on fire, patting each other out, and the human cultist looks around and looks up and sees where they're looking at the cliff face around them, and confused at where they came from. It kind of slaps the other kobolds in the back of their head, pick up the rocks, and you can see that they start bashing into the door again. The one that was the closest to the barrels hitting it had suffered the most damage and actually wiping it down, and you can see the human cultist has kind of kicked the dead kobold to the side and still focused on bashing into the door there. But you can see that the other kobolds are quite weak. Barakai, you can smell that their scales and their skin have been burnt quite severely, and smells like melted flesh, like sulfuric acid. I'd say sulfuric acid.
Sulfuric acid.
Yeah.
Well, we
So you hadn't noticed.
Is there a big wall of fire in front of them?
It's
Or is it kind of
it-
like a bonfire?
it's starting to simmer down because the ground, it's just like short kind of grass that it's quite dry, barren. ground. So, and the rocks around it. So nothing's really caught fire. The kobolds and the cultists kind of took the forefront of that flame. Still all taking damage, but the one that was closest definitely took the most impact.
Alright. Well.
And the guard drake starts moving around. A few of the other kobolds start closing in around to the side as well, to the front.
How much range?
Sorry?
How much range does Uzan's mold earth have?
Ooh. I think it was 30 feet. Give me a second, I'll check. Yeah, 30 feet. Which is... No. Which takes just to in front.
So I was thinking, if he basically mold earth a giant wall that comes up in front of that door, but partially under them, knocking them up.
I like that idea.
I honestly thought what you were gonna do was you were just gonna block that off and separate them.
Oh yeah.
Could do that as well.
Nah.
But how far can he mold earth? Can he do like a whole wall across
Yeah,
there and knocking up?
Yeah, you can only do it in like 5 feet square increments, right? So it'd take a lot more. So the door's probably the better option for the objective.
Yeah, because the door's only, from your gaze, you can see it's, yeah, maybe close to 10 feet. Just a bit of kind of eye estimation.
I guess you don't really need to mold earth the entire door, you just kind of mold earth the edges in a bit and it just won't budge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like instantaneous, so it's not like it has casting time or whatever to it, so
We're all still hidden.
Yeah.
Which is another bonus.
So Uzan might have to move closer to do it. Just to make sure, because he's at the back there. Well, just Uzan's there. Oh no. He should be right. Yep. Cool. So he can just do that from where he is. Yeah, are you three happy with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So Uzan like opens up his wings and starts doing these hand gestures and movements, and from like his waist level he rises. And would you suggest to him like kind of imitating like a stone wall, like a door to block it? Is that right? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as he like lifts his hands up, from where you three are, you see as he's rising his hands up, simultaneously at the same time, the earth is starting to shake beneath the kobolds. The kobolds and the cultists kind of start looking from side to side frantically, kind of questioning what is going on, and then like you see the ground start to rumble, and this wall starts rising in front of where they were trying to bang. You see the human cultists, stop it, and you see the kobolds trying to climb on top of it to try to bring it down. And because there is a little of an overhanging cliff above, like where the door was, and a little bit out the door that Uzan is rising, and as it's rising, the kobolds are like on top of it trying to push it down, and the earth squishes two of the kobolds, cuts them in half as the door rises into the top of the cliff there, and half the body falls on either side. From where you just see like two halves of the kobolds fall down and blood dripping down on it. So
kind of like a lizard's tail flapping about when it falls off.
yeah, there's still nerves kicking around in them, and you see the human cultists like kicks them to the side and like frustrated looking around, and then you see him start walking to the north here around, and all three of you actually hear him shout to the guard Drake there, "Come over here, I need your help!" And the guard Drake starts moving over. So this one,
Is there a boulder near us?
can you do a
Or is it
perception?
just like
Can you
a
do a
flat
perception
plateau?
test? Can you do a perception check, please?
Perception is there. Oh, that's not good. I don't
Yeah.
know what a rock is.
Look, you've been.
It's like a moon.
I don't know the difference between a rock and a boulder.
Yeah, you're looking around, and you've been above the water for a bit too long. Your memory of what a rock or something, a boulder-like thing that you had the idea for, but the idea's kind of just faded. This fog brain has come over you as you're looking at the plateau plain behind you of the rocks, and then you just kind of turn around and look at Doldos. Doldos kind of like frowns and shakes his head at you, confused what you're even doing. and then you look back down, down the cliff face there.
Does anyone have any other ideas? Because I got one, but it'll initiate combat if I do it.
And I also picture all of you kind of like lying down looking over the cliff edge, and Uzan stood up to do the earth mold, but like you're all lying down hidden. That's what I just picture. Don't know if that's what you're doing instead of standing on top of the cliff face there.
Ominously standing on top of the cliff face like Batman.
Yeah.
Well, if no one wants to do anything, I might the cliff face, is it like a slide decline, or is it like a drop?
It's a drop.
It's a drop? Alright, cool.
Yeah.
We're not doing some slide tackle shit down a hill.
The ground is all the plants are dry. Yes.
Yeah, like they're alive.
Vegetation
As in dry, as in like there hasn't been any rain. Is that what you're asking?
As in, if I cast Sacred Flame on vegetation, say about here, will it cause a fire? I'm just a little pyromaniac tonight.
You are, but let's work with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work for sure.
Yeah.
Say
Just
has
getting everyone there so
entity.
we can run back around, sneak around, kill off those other kobolds, and jump around and get an advantage on them.
Sacred Flame, you need a target to hit, but with Firebolt, you don't. Or Fireball, or
But so
whatever the fire one is.
you're going for those trees, is that right? Is that your your target?
Yeah.
Because your target doesn't necessarily have to be a living target, as in a creature or person.
Kind of any of those trees in that generalish direction.
Yep, so your casting range is
60 feet with Sacred Flame,
okay, cool.
which is exactly 60 feet.
Yep. I will do saving throws. So wait, is that what you're gonna go for?
Yeah.
And everyone agrees?
Mm-hmm.
Set fire, run away, get down, sneak around.
Yep. Cool. And the radius, so
I think it's really radius of it.
doesn't have a radius, but I want you. Can you just roll a let's go, just roll can you just do a custom d20 for me? Just because I want to see. No, just roll a custom d20 for me, please.
Yeah. That's not good. Where's the good rolls? Some of my good rolls back.
Yeah. Look, you had really good rolls for stealth. But when it comes to feeding into that, I guess that fire craving for you tonight in the dark night, so you cast this sacred flame on the tree, which you're going for. So the tree that you can get is like the closest one to the edge there, which is this one here. Is that one? No. Which is that one there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So you're lying down, looking at it, start shimmering your hands side and you point your fingers at the trees there, and this fire grows from the base of the tree and lights up, and goes, sends out this beacon of light in the night, and you see all the kobolds flick around and they're like rushing towards that, and the cultist you can see has now, like in front of you, instead of, he was about to turn back towards where he was, where the other kobolds were at the door. He starts actually making his way back towards this fire, and the kobolds up here rush over to see what's going on, and they start looking around at the fire and up on the cliff. Can we all roll for stealth again, please?
We're doing okay.
He's pretty good.
We're doing okay. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Absolutely fine.
I will roll for
Yes.
9 and Oh. That's it. I told you he falls on stealth, and the dragon came up and I'm on the screen again.
Third nat 20 in under an hour.
Yeah, I know. So good. So they all start looking up at the cliff there, and you all shimmer back down. And wait, what did you roll, Barak? Oh, yeah. Wow.
How far up are we?
It's about 45 feet. So it's a quite steep cliff, and that's why when they're looking up from the angle where they are looking up at you, you are able to stay still quite hidden, even with your clunky armor. Eleanor, the crackling fire is kind of blanketing the sound of your shuffling armor.
So we are 40 foot up.
Yep.
I could make wait, where are we? We could. Where's the cultist? Let's say what, one. That's a 5, 10, and 15, 20 foot jump, and I could land on the cultist.
Yes. He's actually making his way towards the fire, so do you seize your opportunity to do this?
Yeah, I'm a do a rage and a jump, and I'm gonna try and land on top of the cultist and maybe kill him under the weight of my body.
Awesome. Look, and because he's moved past you, I'm gonna give you like an advantage on it because he's not facing towards you, and you kind of got his back. So first so you're gonna just jump down onto his back.
Yep, and just try and slam him into the ground.
With any particular move, or just like you just want to thud like your legs onto his shoulders and kind of try fold him in half.
I kind of want to just body him into the ground, and if possible, just try and muffle him into the ground, and if we're successful, I will take a bite out of him if he keeps on kicking.
Okay, awesome. So, look, let's go with, I feel like...
We're playing modern day Assassin's Creed, where it doesn't make sense that a Viking is walking on top of roofs.
Now we got a shark jumping off cliffs.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
So you need strength, you need power to jump, then you need accuracy, and then if they're both successful, and then I'm gonna get you for damage with your jaw.
So we're gonna go athletics first.
Yes, because you need to spring off the cliff top with advantage. Oh, yes.
I don't fucking care about advantage.
You don't care for advantage.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Roll again. You get advantage on the acrobat.
Advantage. That's just inching way into it. Oh goodness. The dice gives and the dice taketh.
I'll do it.
Following behind.
I'll try to do the same. Yeah.
Okay, so look, well, are you gonna do it again, Dolders?
I'm gonna try to do what he attempted to do.
Well, look, you are successful with it, Barakai, because what I just did then was just did a on the cultist's passive perception, to see if he heard any noises of you coming flying down, to be able to dodge, but he didn't hear anything. Even with your like great, I almost picture like you're on the ground like looking over at him, and you just see the cultist walk past your line of sight, and as his backs come into your vision, you've just sprung up and almost done in one movement and just jumped above the air, and you're coming down like Link in Tears of the Kingdom, like full arms out, belly wide, floating down on top of him, and squishing him to the ground, thudding him to the ground. And with the nat 20, can you roll critical with your jaws?
With my jaws?
Well, are you gonna what?
You're landing on him?
Well, I want to. I wanted to. But just because you're gonna bite him as well.
Yep. So you want me to roll to hit the bite, or just roll the damage for the bite?
Just roll damage for the bite, because you
Damage
hit
for the bite.
with critical.
With crit damage, you said?
Yep.
Cool. Bite, crit damage. Let's roll that. We got 13.
Okay. So you've like, as you like landed on top of him, you've felt his bones start crushing underneath. The impact is just like starting to flatten him. He's, the kobolds in front of you and the drake have like flung around with this beacon of fire behind you that's like filling that small corridor, and underneath it he like looks up as he looks at you, and you press off him, and as you do that you can hear the crunching bones underneath him, and you can smell the blood coming from his knees that have like folded inward as you've landed on top of him, and you've taken a chunk out of where do you want to bite him?
Look, if I'm directly on his back, we're just going straight for the back, like the nape of the neck.
And you bite into the nape, and in your teeth you feel the spine and the nerves like kind of like noodles like start pouring out. Pull it out, and the cultist kind of just like twitches and falls limp, dead. With that, the guard drake and the kobold charge at you. Can we roll for initiative, please? So the cultist is dead, by the way, if you hadn't. He's not a zombie, he's not coming back at all.
Did you picture the video as well of the leg press? That one, yeah,
Yep.
That went straight to your head.
Yeah.
No, I didn't picture that, but that's exactly it.
There's so many videos.
Because I saw your face go, like you've seen it before.
Yeah. That's why I hate the leg press at gym, because I'm like, nope, not gonna let that happen to me. I've already got fuck knees.
I will roll initiative for... Alright, cool, that just came up then. For Uzan and Vane. So you're down the bottom now. Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that kind of what you pictured to happen?
Yep.
Yep. Cool.
Straight on top, big crunch.
I'm so glad you got a nat 20 for that.
Oh, I do enjoy that you said, "Oh, just have it with advantage." Just like, nah, buddy.
Nah, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter here.
Where's initiative? There's initiative. Oh my goodness! Another nat 20 for Uzan's initiative. That's crazy.
You're enjoying this dragon, aren't you?
It is, because it's just like literally this red dragon flies onto the screen and just goes. And then just
You
like.
need to record it just to show us.
I
Just
know.
sit there after the stream hitting the D20 till it pops up and then just send us a little clip.
I'm actually going to have
Got
to.
the Thumberchard dice.
Yeah. But I didn't know it did it. And then. Yeah, just.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Alright, so.
I think the Baldur's Gate dice have an animation too when you get a D20.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's really cool. I didn't know it happened. So, Uzan. So, can you see the combat order on your screen? Like, can you see Uzan and Vayne on it? Did that pop up?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, sorry, I'm just sorting out these other fiends to join the combat.
What is that?
Okay. Okay, at the top is Uzan. What do you think Uzan would do as a party, as a collective party, to replace Uzan?
It'd be flying for sure.
Yeah.
Guess he'd probably fly over and just ping whatever he can from a distance. Probably the Drake?
Yep.
Because the kobolds generally don't pose too much of a threat at the end of the day.
No.
Yeah.
They get minced up.
And he normally, what he has done previously is Eldritch Blasts. Do you think he'd just do that to the Drake, the guard Drake?
I'd say so, but I also don't know what else he has in his
Oh, he's
arsenal.
well. He has daggers, hand axes, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
And then also like healing light and stuff. But yeah, his spells are like acid splash, where he could do a group, like an area of effect.
He'd possibly do acid splash since there's 3 enemies like on top of each other. Probably get the most effect.
Yeah, because that's it makes a
Use flame molder. Yeah.
choose 1 or 2 creatures. Yep. So with acid splash, he chooses a target within 60 feet, and if another creature is within 5 feet of range, he can target that one as well. And the dex save is 15.
Well, acid splash seems like the good pick with the current formation.
Yep. And who you reckon he would do it on?
Pack of 3.
The
Drake and the 2 kobolds.
yeah, at the front there that are making their way
These
towards
guys.
you. Yeah, I
Get all.
I agree. I reckon he would too. Which, so let's go with circle. That's what I picture as like an acid splash as he hurls this bubble onto them. I will. So because it's only choose one or two, yeah, it's only two. So he's just gonna go for the one to the north of the guard drake. So he's gonna target the guard drake and get then the one kobold north of it, and they have to make a dex save of 15. Which they both failed, and they both take. Let's go with. Also, do you see the rolls that I do on the game log?
No.
No, because you probably have it locked out from everyone. You've got a private, or however you.
Yeah. Okay.
Would
So did you see that one?
For it.
Yeah, I saw that
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. Okay, so there's there's the acid splash damage. This this bubble. It's actually a lot smaller than that, but this bubble, he throws it down at the guard drake, and it just like this small kind of shrinks over to both the cobalt and taking. They kind of shimmer off this ooze off their skin, but not enough to tire him down. He doesn't have any bonus attacks, so I'd say that's the end of his turn. Doldos, you see him hurl this bubble of acid
Yes.
down. What would you like to do?
I will. A javelin. At this guy here. If my computer won't be slow. Just rolling. Oh, I should have an advantage because I'm.
Which one did you go for? Say you went for? Sorry, it didn't.
I think it was this one.
Oh yeah, yep.
Out. So.
Yeah, I would say that you are definitely an advantage because you are up the top there, looking down at it, and it's moving
hit?
towards. Yeah, 14 hits.
Six damage.
Nice. So you jump up from like lying down, looking over the cliff edge, and you pull your javelin out from the back, and like a fisherman hunting in the shallow waters for fish, this javelin goes flies down and just pierces the kobold through the shoulder blade and comes out and hits into the ground, and the kobold kind of squirms on it and then falls limp with the javelin and toppling over to the ground, killing it. And
Yeah. To the top.
is it just me or
Bisexual red got.
So what was that?
My turn.
You end your turn?
Yeah.
And turn.
Yep, cool. Baraka, you stand up victorious, spitting out the remains
Yes.
of the cultists, and you're looking at the guard drake and the kobold with a splash of acid on them, and you hear the javelins pierce the kobold and it die behind you.
I will. Does acid splash leave an aura of acid on the ground?
No,
No?
I just did that for an area of effect.
Yeah. All good. Alright, well, if there's no acid on the ground, we will bonus action, rage a little heart out, and charge straight into them.
Let's do
Going
it.
straight for the Drake. And we will swing our sweet little axe at him. Jeez. Going to maybe hit?
You going for the guard drake?
Yeah, the guard drag.
Yeah, it hits.
Makes it? Alright.
Yes, just.
Alright. Let's see how much damage we can do to him. A 9. Bit below average there.
But do you get advantage on your? No, sorry, no, that's on strength checks when you rage. Sorry.
So yeah, I got advantage on my effects, dex against effects, and strength checks.
Yeah. So you pull out your great axe, charge at the guard drake, and you swing into the side of it, like kind of like in its shoulder because it's on all fours. You hit into its shoulder. Kind of starts letting out this breath of pain, and you're sometimes depending on the angle you get with your anchor molded great axe, it can do like a slashing damage or like a bludgeon damage, and this has just been like a thud into its shoulder, like knocking it to the side, and yeah, it's like let out this big howl of pain, breath of pain. Yeah, doing 9 points of damage.
Cool.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all I got. No bonuses.
Yep. And yeah, just 1 second. Cool. The kobold that's standing right next to the guard drake sees you do that, knocking it to the side, and like pulls out its dagger and goes to slash at you, Barakai. But you see it coming and dodge out of the way, like jumping to the side to the north of it. And the kobold at the back there in the bush moves up around and starts to swarm onto you, Barakai, and goes to swing the dagger out again. Like the previous kobold, and you saw it coming from the bush, and you just watched it come up to you, and you jump back to the other side, and it misses. Vane is up the top here. What do you think, as a party, what Vane would do? I have a rough idea.
Bane would probably No, does she have Shadow Step or Misty Step?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
I feel like she would do the Psychic Blade. Do her wiggles and like people in their brains with her blades. Do it.
Their brain out scrambling around.
Yeah, I think she would too. So, what are you, Veins? So she would go for... You don't think she'd use crossbow, or she'd just go straight to the Psychic Blades?
The Psychic Blade's a bonus action, or...?
Yes, they are, sorry. Yep, so... But previously, Vayne has used them as just her normal action. But yeah, she can use them as her bonus. So hypothetically, she could use the crossbow and the Psychic Blades.
Yeah, why not both? My Spanish isn't good enough to say the line.
I was just thinking that.
The what? The what line?
The taco ad with the tortillas or the shells. Why not have both?
Yes. Da, 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 da. So 60 feet gets her to the guard drake. Okay, cool. So I would assume she'd go for the crossbow to the guard drake. And then Psychic Blades on it. Would you all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go. Oh, I forgot to. So she got 25 to hit the Drake. And for damage, she got. Cool. She sits up, knocks an arrow, and it flies past you, Barakai, and hits straight into the other shoulder of the Drake, and it stands up on its hind legs and releases another howling pain, and blood starts oozing out of the shoulder. And as the Drake is up on its hind legs, she manifests these Psychic Blades to pierce at... Oh no. And the Psychic Blades, it's just she's not feeling it at the moment, and she goes to swipe at him. Because she has two Psychic Blades, she can use the Dex and the Strength. So she just tried using the Dex, and it just was... She had a bit of a brain fog, but then goes to use the other one, the Strength saving one, and same thing, like this sudden wave of fogginess in her brain comes, and unfortunately isn't able to target them. And is that it for hers? Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, she can't use sneak attack.
Yep.
Yeah, she can't use because she's got to be within 5 feet. Cool. The kobold that had the splash of acid onto it just in front of you, Barakai, sees the arrow flying into the guard drake, and I'm pretty sure they've got it, which I just remembered. They've got tactical, pack tactics. If kobold has advantage on attack roll against a creature if one kobold ally is within 5 feet. which I forgot about before. So it's going to pull out its dagger and swing at you, Barakai. Your AC is
15.
You see this dagger coming, and you're just bouncing on your toes tonight, and you dodge the dagger coming at you, even with advantage. One of the kobolds at the back rushes in to help, and it's starting to get quite crowded within this. Like it's almost like a gorge in between the boulder and the cliff that you came jumping down on. And same thing, these things are really they're kind of meatless, and they can weave through tight gaps, and as it's like weaved through and got to swing its dagger at you with tactical pack tactics. And yeah, you're just bouncing on your toes, dodging these daggers, and the one up, another one up the back there is coming in for you, Barakai. They're all starting to swarm around you here, and it's starting to get really close and tight, and you feel like there's still so much space because you are just stepping back, and these daggers, these kobolds are swinging at them, and they are missing you. Oh, and then the one from the furthest, the black one, actually is like moving from side to side trying to get through, but it squeezes through and tries to, like, at arm's reach, kind of swipe its dagger at you now. And I am having shocking rolls tonight. All with advantage. None of them have got higher than 10. Yeah, so, and
I can recklessly attack with no worries.
and yeah, these kobolds are just swiping at air here, and then the last one comes around from the fire of the tree, and there we go, and rolls and actually manages to squeeze through and, like, kind of shoves one of the kobolds off and like swings its dagger at you, Barakai. And as it's come down, slashing at your shoulder blade there, because it's coming up from the bottom there, you take on kind of full hit of the blade, so it slices down your arm, doing 8 points of damage. And it's like, the kobold kind of gets this big grin looking at you. He's like, you think you're gonna make it through here? And Eleanor, you are happily at the top here, almost like the puppet master, watching all of this.
Yeah.
With the others. Before Barakai's actually down there by himself.
I'll take everything.
I'm gonna run over here, and what I'm actually going to do, what was it? I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Barakai, so he has a +2 AC.
Yep.
Just that he's not going to quite die as quickly.
It's alright. That kobold laughed because it scratched me and did 8 damage, but it was halved.
Jill. Like,
Oh,
how many kobolds around you?
That's right, because is it because you're enraged you can take half the damage?
Also, yeah, but also because I'm Totem Bear, all damage bar psychic, I take half damage on.
Okay, so it was only 4.
Yep, so it's only 4.
So the gash that the kobold looked at actually felt felt a lot bigger, and then as you've looked at it and kind of smiled at it, it's there's probably the size.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Yeah.
It's just a flesh wound.
So you've cast. So wait. What did you just cast on Barakai? Sorry.
Shield of Faith, giving
Shield.
him a +2 AC.
Awesome.
So I have an AC of 17 now.
Great.
Yes. And can I do a quick scan to see if there's any tallish rocks around the edge of the cliff that I can tie a rope down and abseil down at the next turn?
Yes. You can. Is that
Perception?
Yes, perception. Yep, sorry. So I was just writing down
Good.
Barakai's new AC. Yeah, nice. So actually just to the about 20 feet away from you, where the cliff kind of comes out to a point, just here, you can see that there is a rock. It's about, if you put your arms out in like a circle shape, it's probably about the circumference of the boulder that's at the tip of that.
Sweet. Then for bonus action, get my little cloud-looking sword out.
Yep. Did you name it?
And no, I haven't named it.
Okay. Your spiritual weapon. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be called Cloud. Big Cloud. Be deceiving. And we're gonna place him just here behind the kobolds.
Oh yeah. And you, because you are flanking them, because they're all facing towards Barakai, you will gain advantage on your hit.
Wait. And I rolled hit this turn or next turn?
No, this time, because that's your spiritual weapon. Yeah, it's part of the conjuring it and hitting.
Where did you go? That's where you went. So roll to hit advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So, which one are you going for? There's a whole pack there. Pack of kobolds.
Go for that blue one.
Oh yeah, the ice blue one. Yep.
Yeah.
The one that got the acid splash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now go for advantage for damage? No, just flat
No,
roll.
just flat roll. Yeah.
Yep. 6.
Yeah. So you make kind of these circling hand gestures, and as you raise your hand up, this glowing blade just like emerges from the ground behind, almost like a ghost appearing out of the ground, out of a graveyard. But it's this big ice blue thick sword, and just comes slicing down on the kobold as it's kind of moved, and it's like shimmered off the acid, and it's slicing down from one shoulder blade to the opposite hip, slicing him in half, and the kobold falling to the ground, killing it. The other kobolds directly next to it look towards it. I didn't mean to move you. Turn around and look towards Cloud, the spectral sword. And that's it for your bonus weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all I can do
Bonus
for now.
action, sorry, yep. Cool. The guard drake, feeling the arrow in its shoulder, and it's almost not off balance, but like it's not standing on its all feet at the same time. It's kind of like moving on all four in like a rhythmic motion, and it looks at you, Barakai, directly in front of it, and it reaches out, and it has so guard drakes have a multi-attack, so it's going for bite out of you, trying to imitate what you did to its somewhat leader. They don't get a pack tactic advantage either.
Oh, really?
No, the guard drakes don't. The ambush drakes do.
That's right, yep.
It takes a bite, sees you directly in front of it, and as it's gone out to bite you, 1, 2. You know what? Tonight's been a night for natural 20s. It's actually been crazy. There's been so many. So, and it's jumped at you, Barakai, trying to take a bite of your head, but you've moved back a bit, and it's just taken like the skin off your shoulder / kind of like left part of your front body, doing 9 points of damage. And as you've taken a step back after receiving it, it's turned around and gone to swing its tail at you. But because you're moving backwards from getting the bite, the tail swipes past you. But you took half that damage, so you take 4 points of damage. 5, is it 5? Rounds up, doesn't it? Yeah.
I think it's round up, yeah.
Yeah, 5 points of damage. And where are you? So feet. Okay, cool. So the kobold here at the front door, that's all by itself, picks up the rocks, and instead of making its way towards Barakai, it starts pounding at the door, trying to break it. Just doing like little bits of like a dint with the rock, not doing much, but still making thudding noises on it.
Putting the effort in.
Putting the effort in. Well, look, from the kobold's point of view, sees everything else dying around it, and the whole pack is starting to swarm around, and sees you jump off the cliff and destroy its leader. It's just going to keep doing what it was told to do.
Yep.
And with that, we end the first round. That was a big round.
Barbarian's right where he's supposed to be, right?
He is. And I'm looking at time. It's 9:30. We'll end it there as well, because it seems like a reasonable time to end it. With Uzan at the top of the
everyone returns to. Oh, we're in the middle of combat. Go.
Yeah. But you did get some information before combat started, so it wasn't necessarily fight to fight, battle to battle. And yeah. So I'm glad we still got moving today, and I'm sorry about the disturbance in the last couple of weeks. but hopefully, some
That
next
happens.
few weeks we'll be back on track, saving your hometown, Baraka.
Yeah. I want to find a mirror. I want her to fight.
All in due time.
Because I got to play her the other day in a one shot.
Oh, did you?
Jumped in on. Yeah, look, pretty fun. Well, what main cleric's pretty fun.
Can you send me her character sheet, or
Oh yeah,
did
yep. Do that.
or did you already? I can't remember.
Oh look, I can send it to you again. It's all good.
Yeah, nice. Does anyone have any questions or anything about tonight or future sessions or anything?
Pretty good.
Well, I know I will be here next Saturday because I'm not Sunday because I'm not working Sunday. Yay!
Yeah, nice, nice.
I
Yeah,
will definitely be here. I'm not doing one of my weekend trips yet. That's way down the line of the year. I think that's halfway through the year before I do that.
yeah, nice. Yeah, and I'll be here. I've got nothing in my diary for the next few weeks, so.
I don't think I'm doing any late night Sunday flights soon either.
Oh, yeah, for your work, your work AAA. Yeah.
Ah, no, I've booked like a bunch of flights to go to concerts and that.
Oh, that's
because
right.
I've spent lots of money on flights.
I'm just glad I got tickets to Tenacious D.
Oh,
You
what?
got tickets to Tenacious
I
D?
got tickets! I'm so
Love it.
stoked about it.
Oh, that is sick. I'm so jealous.
I'm getting tickets to see Peach's PCR in April in
Heck
Sydney,
yeah.
which will be pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, she's one of my favourite Australian artists at the moment.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, I'm pretty psyched about that.
That'd be really cool.
How is Amity Affliction the other week?
I mean, it was great. Bloody, they were awesome. Like, it's something I definitely didn't expect to experience in Cairns at all.
Yeah.
But there was also another band called Terminal Sleep.
Okay.
Female, led band, and she was really good live.
Australian?
Never heard of her before. Australian, I think she's Sydney.
Yeah, nice.
All I could tell from that band is or they could possibly be from Melbourne because their drummer played 1.5 songs and you could see him going, "Fuck this heat!" Like, profusely sweating after 1.5 songs.
Definitely from down south.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
and that was when it was really humid up here, so it would have been like tearing into him.
Poor dude.
You can keep your humidity.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not a fan of it either, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I wanted to go do Tenacious D, but I moved out, so I didn't have the money for it. But since I've done a trip recently, I get paid allowances, so maybe I'll take the. Oh no. You can still buy tickets.
You can, it's just not very good tickets. I tried
It's
to
not
get
tickets.
in floor. I was like
What, you-
12 o'clock Friday, and then I was back in seats a little bit, but still somewhat a good distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, general admission's always gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I do love with Knotfest, I noticed that you can now buy VIP entry on top of GA tickets now.
Can ya?
Ooh.
Yeah, they sold VIP tickets. I jumped on as soon as it hit 9 o'clock, I was in the waiting queue and I didn't get
Oh,
VIP
wow.
tickets. Well, not VIP or the one that just gives me quick entry.
Yeah.
Because I'm a hoarder of band merch, so I'm willing to pay an extra $120 to guarantee that I can go to the merch stall first and get the size that I want. Because I went to, when we did Good Things Festival, and I went to the merch stall straight away and looked at the I Prevail jumper and went, I'd like an extra large jumper for I Prevail, and they go, they're all sold. And I went, there's no way you could sell all of the extra large jumpers that quickly. And then it occurred to me, as my female friend rocks up and she's wearing her oversized jumper, I turned to her and went, it's you guys. It's fucking you guys. None of us got it. I guarantee you.
It's just so comfy.
Not even 10% of the dudes who need those jumpers got them.
Wait. Which I Prevail jumper? Because I've got one.
Oh, I'm trying to remember now. I think there was only one. It was the big... It had a big, just like, defining print on it.
This one? The Trauma album?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's got
sick.
the stuff on the sleeves and that.
I got this last year in June when I saw them at Forum with Motionless in White and Wind Waker.
Motionless in White.
It was so good.
Man, I'm very jealous. Motionless in White was great. But... Sleep Token. Sleep Token.
Yes.
Gonna be great.
I didn't buy merch for like pink merch shirts. I just went to JJ's and bought 2 shirts for my sister and I. So much cheaper than buying official merch shirts. Because I paid 52 for 2 shirts. A single shirt at pink was like $60.
Yep.
So 2 shirts for 52 or 1 shirt for 60.
Whenever I go to festivals, I put aside at least $200 just for shirts. Because at the current moment, since I got a little tiny place, my idea is literally just to that wall right there with the window. I've got stolen some frames from work, and I'm going to hang my band shirts so I can appreciate them, because I've been to a few festivals and I've been given like half large, half extra large shirts. So the large ones don't fit me, but I'm too much of a stubborn person to throw them away or pass them on.
Well,
hey, they'll look pretty cool with them all hung up.
Yeah, they'll look real cool.
Because I've got like, because none of them match. Because I've got like a possessed girl holding a dead bird, and that's Bring Me the Horizon, and then I've got like Byron Bay, bloody Parkway Drive. So they're like absolute polar opposite, even in the way of like metal shit.
Yeah.
Well, look, actually, that's what I did want to say. The reason why I said to you, Josh, say g'day to Joel for me from Amity, because I know him.
You actually know him?
Yeah, from bodyboarding. So
I was actually gonna ask you. I was like, you said hey to Joel, and I was like, is he insinuating that he knows Joel?
Yeah, from years ago, and I've gone and seen him a few times and had like backstage with him because he was just like, yeah, just come. And it's funny, and I was saying this the other week, and Gretch was like, oh, I was actually at that fest, like I saw him last when we were down Wollongong, and I was like, yeah, that's when I saw him at Taraji. Yeah, so that's why I was like, say g'day to him.
Yeah, I was meaning, I completely forgot to ask you. So I was like, yeah, look, we're in Australia, so...
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Yeah, lovely dude.
I got, I actually had some random Cairns guy walk up to me. I wore a, Ocean Sleeper shirt to Amity, because I didn't have an Amity shirt yet.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do any of you guys know Ocean Sleeper? Because I didn't know
Nah.
them for a long. They're fairly recent, but they're Sydney band.
Yeah, okay.
And I didn't really expect anyone up here to like recognize the shirt. Like, you know, maybe they would like walk up and say, "Oh, that's like a cool shirt because it says "Come burn with me" on the back of it."
Yeah.
And the guy rocked up and he's like, "Oh, that's fucking sick, dude. Boy, check this out." And he pulls out his phone and flicks through it, and he goes, "Look who I'm friends with." And he's friends with like the singer, the drummer, and everyone because they all came up to Cairns at some point for a wedding.
Oh, okay. It's really random.
I'm like, the fuck?
That's cool though. Really cool.
I'm like, oh, it's awesome. Just random Cairns guy just happens to know a Sydney band and is actually friends with them on Facebook.
Yeah, and you wearing the shirt and pulls you up for it.
Yeah. Oh, and that guy is like very much into lots of different he like deep dives into bands because he rocked up with the Bad Omens basketball shorts and a Bad Omens shirt.
Sick.
So that man must have a very intense wardrobe.
He probably loves it. He probably does the same thing, like to bands, to festivals, and sets aside an allowance for merch.
Oh yeah.
I just try to get a hoodie every single time I go. I set myself an allowance. So I get that.
Oh,
Yeah, good hoodies. Can't go wrong. Getting
Exactly.
Yeah. I know.
I can go wrong with hoodies because I can't wear them.
Oh yeah, 'cause too hot. Never cold enough to wear them.
But even like down in when I visited Melbourne, I wore a hoodie, walked around for all of like 10 minutes, and went, "No, we're not wearing this anymore."
Don't even bother. Especially
Like-
good things that was stuffed.
Oh, look, hey, it was better than Sydney or Brisbane.
Yeah.
They got jacked. Like that's pretty gut wrenching. Sydney bloody closed up 2 or 3 songs into Fallout Boy.
What
I
happened?
think it was. Storm rolled.
Oh, yeah, that was up and it was heaps windy as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Same thing happened with the Taylor Swift concert.
Oh, that's right. I did hear about that.
What happened at Taylor Swift?
The
Big storm?
the storm came through and they had to just.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if they continued the show, but I know they put it on pause or hold.
They didn't at Pink when the rain clouds came. They didn't stop singing. I was absolutely drenched.
That's all part of the fun.
I
though.
really want to go see Pink.
It's awesome.
I think she just puts on such a great show. Like I saw at the hospital, someone was trying to sell some tickets, but unfortunately, the only tickets I can get a hold of is for the 22nd of March, and Knotfest is the 23rd.
Phew.
Of.
There's no way you can go back to back.
Well, the thing is, I would have to drive down to Townsville on the Friday, see the concert, drive back to Cairns straight after the concert to jump on a 5 a.m. flight to go to Sydney to then go do Knotfest.
Wow. Yeah.
And
Where are your priorities? Pink, one of the most amazing artists in the world, or Knotfest, I've never heard of.
unfortunately, I have a gripe with festivals in Australia because as soon as I hit the ripe age of, I think, 14 and I was legally allowed to go to the Soundwave Festival, I started going. And I was going to religiously go to that festival every single year if I could help it. And for 2015, I think they cancelled it.
Yeah.
And the 2015 headliner was Disturbed.
Oh, no way. And Disturbed to do a Knotfest, playing Knotfest. Yeah,
Yeah, so Not
which
Best is headlining. Yeah.
yeah, with Lamb of God and Pantera,
Yep.
which will be psycho, which will be so good.
Like,
I've
So-
heard none of these people before.
oh, look. It's just. Lamb of God and Pantera, I don't think you would have ever heard anything from them, but maybe a few. Oh, did you hear the. You would have heard the cover of The Sound of Silence that came out like maybe
Yeah.
5 years ago. It was very ominous and deep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
Disturbed.
that is the singer. That's Disturbed. One of their slower songs, but that's like the kind of singer he is.
Oh, you'd probably know like the famous "Ooh-wah."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I do it all the time at home.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
sing.
I
I would
Mm.
just go to see Disturbed. Oh, that
well,
would.
that's the thing. I agreed to going to it off the bat of just hearing Disturbed. I didn't know who else was going.
But Hailstorm's also going to be there.
I know.
I love
From-
Hailstorm.
And Wind Waker.
Yes. Wage War as well. They're also going to be really good live. I'm interested about asking Alexandria because I feel like they're in the same group as Ball for My Valentine for me. Because I saw Ball for My Valentine in what 2013 or 2012 when they released the Riot album, and they were going like full ball heavy, like, you know, that was like my very first mosh pit, and I saw like a busted eyebrow, someone's nose got cracked by accident, like everyone was really good about it. Like if you got hurt they'd help you, so it's fine, it's just incidents. And you know, it was all that, and then we saw Ball of My Valentine last year, and they've definitely toned it down a little bit. They give the crowd the energy, but they're getting a bit older.
How do you see that in the mosh pit for My Valentine? Whereas I went to Slaughter to Prevail mosh pit, and that was my first mosh pit, and I didn't see nothing.
I think people have like toned down over the years.
Yeah, I remember going to
Yeah.
mosh pits at Big Day Out. Remember Big Day Outs?
Oh, I've never been to one.
I went to one, and the mosh pit was crazy. And you know Butterfly Effect? Do you know Butterfly Effect?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was like one of my first bands to go see live, and the mosh pits were crazy.
Oh man.
Full body charging, people swinging arms, and it was wild.
My
For fun.
I think my all-time favorite like mosh pit I ever did was for Godsmack. And it wasn't even, I don't even think it was like, it's partly on what they did, but it was just a scenario where the rain started coming over, but it wasn't a proper storm, so they stopped the song, like stopped the music for a little bit, and they covered all the speakers and electronics so that they could keep playing in like a few minutes. And as they like, you know, got everything covered, they started, you know, strumming and kind of get everyone worked up, and then they got a whirlpool going, and it just got bigger and bigger, and it was a solid like, I'd say at least like 20 meters across. Like it was a
Oh,
big opening, and there was a few people spinning around in the middle, and it was just like the rain coming down, the strumming, him,
that's
you know,
sick.
talking up the crowd, and just let loose, and everyone ran into the middle. And I remember there was like this guy and two girls who were like 5'6" between all of them, and you could see like a hand coming over a 6-foot guy's shoulder, going, "Please let me the fuck out." and I like grabbed their hand and like pulled them in between someone and just did like a switcheroo, so I got to go in front. And I was, I think I was 16 when that
Wow.
happened. And I was like keen to go, and I looked across the way, and there was a big bodybuilder, like 6'2", probably 140 kilos, and I went, and I somehow made eye contact with him through everything, and he looked at me, and we like grinned at each other, so it was like an initiation of, yeah, we're gonna run into each other, it's gonna be a great idea. And I pretty much ran at him, but I did like You know, like how you doing jiu-jitsu, you do the hip drop and then you go in.
Yeah.
So I did this, and this poor guy went, oh no, tipped over, lost his balance, and there was another guy behind him, like a smaller fella. So I don't know if he was like hiding behind him or if it was just bad luck, and he just watched us through like two guys, 200 and something kilos pile onto this poor little dude.
So like Barracuda with the cultists just boof.
Yep.
Knees buckling.
Literally. And they like lift us up, and they lift this other guy up, and you can see him. He was in this like shock state of, yeah.
So good. Well, I'm gonna head off. I'll get some sleep for work tomorrow. But
Yeah.
I love hearing these stories. It's so good. Yeah. Well, thanks again for tonight, everyone.
Pleasures.
No
Always
worries.
enjoy it.
And
See you next week.
Yep. See you next week. Thank you.
Done deal.
Thank you. See you.
See ya.
Bye.
Alright, thanks for sticking around till the end there. It was good to just chat with the players and, you know, just get a bit of an insight to who they are and stuff, which is really cool. So yeah, thank you for subscribing and following, and I hope you enjoyed tonight. And make sure you are, if you aren't and this is your first time jumping on, you are subscribing and you are following, so you can see where this is going to take us. See if Barakai survives this pack of kobolds that are starting to swarm around him, and see what the other kobold is going to do, trying to tap into that mold earth door that Uzan has created to protect the other shark folk inside that hideout. Alright, I'm your Dungeon Master, Douglas WT Smith, and see you next time on Epic Tales Enchanted Tomes.